What it Dooski, Teddy Brewski, what's the deal, Shaquille O'Neal, what's the word, Larry Bird, it's your boy Reactions, the real Remo Reactions TV, not the nigga over there, no jumper, man, we not doing that. First and foremost, man, I want to, thank everybody for subscribing, thank the Most High for another day, and if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe and the like and all that, man, little under the, influence a little bit. We ain't gonna talk about it, but the stage is set, man. Like we gonna keep pumping these videos out. It might be a day, we just working, we trying to get better and evolve, and we building a team, man. So shout out to the people in the background helping me out. Y'all know who y'all are. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. This is Big U. Like the stage is set, man. Hold up, man. Everything I do is for entertainment and educational purposes. I do not own this content. That is my disclaimer, is fair use. And this, if you know Flacco, man, go over to his Jones. I'll be doing a lot of reactions to Flacco. Make sure y'all go over there and support Flacco, man. You know what I mean? He's a branch of No Jumper. You heard me. But the stage is set, and allegedly, Big U is trying to hurt Wack 100, or has in the past, and we just gonna bringing everything to the light. You know what I mean? Whatever Big U's involved in or allegedly involved, and we talking about it, man. So yeah, let's go.
There's been a lot of curiosity surrounding this Wack 100 and Big U beef. A lot of people wondering, where did their beef start from? Why are they currently engaged in the most drama-filled beef in recent LA history? Now, this video here was created before the Big U RICO, before Big U was arrested by the feds and indicted. However, if you watch this video to the end, you would have the full story and the full understanding of exactly why Big U and Wack 100 can't be in the same room and why they dislike each other to extreme degrees.
People, street people, kids, listen, it's a new element out here. You know what I'm saying? It's called the gang cop. Big U is the leader.
Like you said, yes, about the other dude. Before I even knew Wack 100, I let him do what he gonna do, bro. Allah got to deal with that. He got to deal with Allah, because I'm not gonna disrespect him and nobody else to get no likes. You know what I'm saying? But if they want to disrespect me, that's cool. Because if I see you, I'm gonna demo on you. I'm gonna take the case. Disrespect me, that's cool. Because if I see you, I'm gonna demo on you. I'm gonna take the case.
But things weren't always like this. There was a time, believe it or not, where Wack 100 and Big U were best friends.
I respected him. I learned to love his family, to care about his family. We both been in each other's homes. Our kids know each other. And I looked at his son like a nephew. No matter what it was, we was there. Any situation that had something to do with me, whether I knew about it beforehand or not, he was also there for me.
So where did things go wrong? How did these two go from being best friends to sworn enemies? Luckily for you, you clicked on this video.
Yo, listen, bro, you can't say best friend, Flacco. I ain't going, they not best friends, bro. Stop adding narrative. Don't do that.
Because I got the answers for you. We actually have to rewind to the year 2000 because that's when this journey starts. Wack 100 and Big U got introduced to each other through Death Row. You see, Wack 100 joined Death Row through Reggie right here. Reggie and Wack had a relationship, and Reggie vouched for Wack to Suge, and that's how Wack 100 got his intro into Death Row.
When I first met Reggie, I told Reggie, I'm here for whatever it got to be, but I really want to conduct some business. So Reggie gave me his phone number. And after going out a few times, a few situations happening on that side of it, a few conversations with Reg on the other side of it, he eventually put me on the three-way call with Suge. And he told Suge, yo, man, we need this dude around. He brings both elements. He's a thinker. He bought his business. He got his own money. He ain't up here asking for a check. And, but he with the if we gotta be. So that, he told Reg, y'all keep it together. And, when I get there, we'll put it together. And that's how that came.
But Big U's introduction to Death Row was a little bit more grim. Big U was still in prison, but Big U's name rang bells in the streets of LA. Big U was like a mystical figure. A street lord. The stories you've heard about Big U will make you think that Big U wasn't a real person. Like, for example, Big U apparently holds the knockout record in LA County Jail. During one riot, he knocked out 32 people. Big U apparently holds the all-time record for knockouts in county jail with a couple hundred, even 1,000, some may say. So Big U is a mystical figure. Like, the character Debo in Friday was actually depicted after Big U. That was actually Big U he was acting like. So with Suge Knight operating on the West Coast and understanding who Big U is, Suge wanted to get in Big U's good graces. So while Big U was in prison, Big U's brother passed away. So Suge Knight sent flowers to the family, and that went a long way with Big U.
First time I ever heard of...
Nah, really, that was diabolical. I think that was a shot. Like, not saying they was ops, but they was ops. But, like, it could have been Suge trying to, and this is all allegedly, you hear me? It could have been Suge trying to pretty much, like, either throw a dart at him or really genuinely, like, help him out in a time of, you know, turmoil.
Of Suge and Big U communicating was through when Big U's brother got killed and shot at a studio with Key Rock, the Realist, and Big C Style, and all of them at Echo Sounds. So Key Rock came to me and said, "Hey, you know, Big U, it'll be a good look if Death Row will send some flowers and, you know, give mother a little something to help out." And I thought that was a great idea. And I brought that to Suge and told Suge that, hey, you know, this guy Big U, his brother was there, even though it wasn't a Death Row function, no niggas was doing that on their own. Corrupt and the Realest had some dudes from Dallas come in town, and they were up there selling beats and raps and all trying to make some money, and some dudes came through and laid their ass out or got shot. And, you know, I think we, you know, gonna send a little check, help out, and send some flowers. And she was like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, do that. You know, gave me the blessings to do that.
Big U really appreciated Suge sending a check and flowers and looking out, even though they didn't have a relationship and didn't know each other. So when Big U got out of prison, Big U and Suge actually formed a really tight bond.
You think because we got home court advantage, you know what I mean? I'm ready to hook on it. Watch this stuff. We don't have no more. In my area.
But like most good things in Suge Knight's life, the harmonious times came to an end, and Big U and Suge Knight found themselves at odds over an unknown conflict. So while Big U and Suge were at odds, Wack 100 still kept in communication with Big U, and they became tighter as Wack 100 was still in the fold of Death Row, while Big U was on the outskirts due to him and Suge Knight's conflict.
Me and Big U met. Suge Knight, actually Big U had caught a violation. I think Reggie had to help with trying to get him out. Suge helped with some attorney money. I want to say 03, 04, somewhere around there. And that's how we met. I met through Suge. And Suge over the years, he's on and off with anybody. So me and Big U kind of like continued our relationship.
In 2017, 6ix9ine was the hottest rapper in the world. He was scorching hot. The dude had rainbow hair, but in every video he had 100 killers. So he demanded attention. But here's the thing, 6ix9ine was repping a blood set. Now when you're repping a blood set, there's politics that comes with it. But 6ix9ine would make it very clear that he wasn't checking in, tapping in, or bowing down to anybody, even though he was repping blood and he's obligated to.
Yo, I'm gonna say this right now before the media starts covering their own story. There's gangsters all over this world. East Coast, West Coast, down south, up north, all over the world there's gangsters. I don't check into nobody, you know what I'm saying? I respect everybody's soil that I walk on, but I do not check in anywhere I go, and it's gonna stay like that. You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to tell me niggas gotta check in. It's 2018. Mention my name for clout. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about gangster and respecting niggas' words and G codes. It's now, oh, I want clout, I want to make a name for myself. Everybody who mentioned my name is a rapper. Y'all not gangsters, y'all rappers, and y'all want names for yourselves. It's not gonna happen. I don't check in nowhere I go.
That message came across as 6ix9ine thumbing his nose at an age-old tradition, which is tapping in and checking in when you come back to the motherland of gangs, which is LA. Now, one of the people who just left a bad taste in their mouth was another blood rapper who was on the opposite coast, LA, The Game. Now, The Game at the time was being managed by Wack 100. So when The Game went on stage and said F6ix9ine, well, Wack 100 was forced to co-sign the sentiment of F6ix9ine.
Ass blood, fake ass blood. 6ix9ine. 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 Blood. Fake blood.
The Game is signed to Wack 100, so Wack 100 was forced to back up and co-sign The Game sentiments and ride with The Game no matter what. So this started a full-on war between The Game, Wack 100, and their crew versus 6ix9ine's manager Shotty, 6ix9ine, and their crew. And this beef will play out on social media.
The Game. I remember the first time I saw The Game, he was on Love Connection. I'm older than 6ix9ine. I saw you crying on Love Connection. Suck. You ain't no gangster. You worked out and got tough. I'm mad at this little man. What y'all mad at him for? Y'all trying to get album sales off of Tekashi 6ix9ine. Out of here. Wack 100, you old pimple. Look at your face, you faggot ass. Niggas come to New York.
Yo, whoever this New York is, the nigga right with did the video about need the chapstick and all that.
Hey, yo.
The project bill with the Kmart shades. Yeah, you listen. I'm not gonna tell you to suck because I ain't in the man, but I'm a very disrespectful motherfucker. I'm gonna tell your mama and your dead ass cum guzzling grandmama. Yeah, tell them to suck on the dick now. I done went way past rap because I'm not a rapper, so me and you both know what it is.
How you feel as a grown ass man with 3 kids on the internet, trolling a 21 to be your son, bro? Like cut the down, bro. Let's be real. Wack 100, like let's be real. Come on, Wack. Come on, Wack. Come on, Wack. I spoke to you on the phone a few times. This was not your energy, bro. You supporting all the way support, bro. All the way support, bro. Cut that out, man. Wack 100, man.
Wack 100.
Man, come on, bro.
Industry blood, you heard?
Industry blood,
Nigga, industry blood. That nigga not even good in the streets, you heard? That nigga industry blood. He go with the executive. That's where he get his bags from.
Now, you're probably watching this and wondering, what does this have to do with Wack and Big U? Bro, I'm getting into it. Let me cook. So Shotty will respond back to Wack 100 and tell Wack 100 that him or any of his associates are banned from New York. And if they come to New York, it's going to be up and it's going to be some real consequences.
That niggas holler at that. In the game, if you tough, tap me with your New York, like you said, and pull up in New York. This thing last year, y'all niggas cannot pull up in New York this year. I don't give a who you think you could call. Y'all niggas cannot pull up in New York this year. Straight way. You must not be a real gang member, because Black Wall Street is out of New York. Double R to my real rights. Y'all know the hit, man.
Around this time, 6ix9ine and another blood rapper, Trippie Redd, were currently at odds. Now, 6ix9ine was on the East Coast under the supervision of Shotty. Trippie Redd was on the West Coast under the supervision of Wack 100. Remember, the ban wasn't just for The Game or Wack 100, it was for all of their associates. Both sides had banned the other side from coming to their hometown or their respective coast. So it was doomed for somebody to call the bluff of the other side. So Trippie Redd decided he was going to call the bluff of 6ix9ine, and he was going to pull up in New York with some West Coast dudes for protection. But things didn't go as planned for Trippie Redd, because when he pulled up to New York, 6ix9ine had a bunch of goons waiting for Trippie Redd at his hotel.
6ix9ine is still a he's still a ass. Join him. It's
listen.
6ix9ine done. He can't come to LA.
Man, I'm not trying. Where is
And the catalyst for a lot of the issues we see them having today.
I ain't never seen so pressed to have an issue with it about some business that he conducted for himself that had nothing to do with it. Truth be told, all this started behind the studio that I built. See, I ain't never even told the story, but I got all the text messages.
I thought you said it was about Suge.
That was the put the icing on the cake. I let the studio go because I didn't want to let you use the studio we built. Yo, Wack, I got this open space, but it could take 8 rooms or 6 rooms. All right, which one with me? Well, I ain't got the money to finish the construction. All right, so what you saying? Well, Wack, I give you a room, and it just be your room if you just give me like 100, 150 to help me finish the studio. Well, you know if you give me that room, can't nobody use that room, right? Yeah, all right, I'm going to get a room to game. Here go to 150. This how I want games room. Knock this wall out, make it a little better. If you got to combine 2, that's on you. This what it is. I'm going to give you the money up front. There you go, right? There you go to play. By the time we get the room, for 12 months, I ain't paying for no studio time. After 12 months, I give you your rate. Cool. All right, crazy. He take my 150, build the studio out. Game is over there working while he building the studio out. I get a phone call. Hey, man, what up? Call and ask you a question. What's that? Could Big U use your studio? Why would you call and ask me something like that, bro? Why would you even put my name in a conversation like that? If you got 7, 8 other rooms, tell them which one of your rooms you got available. And simply tell them that room ain't available. Don't nobody go...
I don't worry. I tell you, I'm a man who believes that I died 20 years ago. And I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Corbell. Let's go. Odds raised a little different. Odds raised a little different.
Room. It ain't my room. And it shouldn't even put my name in the conversation with you about a room. He got 7 other rooms over there. Everything in that room belongs to that man. He's going to the studio, smoking and drinking and spilling. Man, you act like, man, listen, bro, I'm not acting like I'm not having no conversation with you. That's his room. We paid for it. I'm not finna have this conversation.
Wack 100 would describe this as the moment that permanently changed their friendship, because that's when they sort of stopped looking at each other as best friends or really close homies, and they sort of distanced themselves from each other over this particular conflict over the studio. What? Now, Wack would claim that shortly after this particular incident, that Big U and Suge Knight will go to E1 and try to steal Wack 100 contracts from behind his back.
I took personal note. So when the shit happened with my label, it was just like the last straw.
What do you mean your label?
Yeah, he went to my label back when Alan Crumblack was there.
What label is this?
E1.
Oh.
Suge Knight on the phone. And Suge Knight tells him, when Wack contracts expire, don't re-up with him. Give him the Big U. This the only dude Wack is scared of in L.A. Right?
Suge told Alan Grumble that.
Right. We're on Big U's phone. Big U's there, right? Oh, this is a motherfucker I done looked out for, helped his son beat cases, defended his son in knife fights, gun fights.
You talking about Big U?
Yeah, I didn't help him with his mortgage.
All this is allegedly, man. You feel me?
I didn't help him hustle. I didn't introduce him, gave him plugs, all this. So I'm scratching my head like, so, you know, they tell him, we done made millions of dollars with this man. Only he's a businessman, he's our friend. I got to ask you to leave my office. They didn't want to tell me at first. And they told me. So in my head, I give Big U the benefit of the doubt. Maybe Suge sent him in there. He didn't know what Suge was going to say. I'm going to give it a week. And maybe Big U will call and be like, yo, I went up in there to take this meeting, and this crazy motherfucker started saying this. That ain't what came out of my mouth. That what came out of his. After a week, and there was another homie on the phone that you've talked to before, right? And I called him, bro, you really wasn't my label like that?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he copped to it. Right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to hear that shit.
Big U will respond back to Wack 100 allegations of betrayal by saying that it's just not true. He would deny ever going to E1 with Suge Knight to steal contracts from Wack 100.
The thing is, man, like, I ain't gonna listen to this whole John, man. But both of them niggas is pathological liars and master manipulators. So at the end of the day, you know, it's probably more shit that's gonna come out throughout the video, but I'm not finna listen to all this shit. And I know y'all ain't trying to hear everything either, man. You know. Get down in the comments. Let me know. Do y'all think Big U is trying to get at Wack 100, or are they both feds? Are they allegedly laws? And this is all alleged. Make sure I do that. That's probably why I'm shadow banned. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, reactions, man. Remo's Reaction TV. We out. Another one, man. For real.